Hello. This instant is your point of creation. This instant is your point of power. There is nothing else. You are not creating in the past. You are not creating in the future. As such, you are creating everything now. And beyond linear time, yes, past, now, and future now exists now. Yet this instant is your point of focus right now. This is your point of creation. This is your point of power. And so when you step into that, when you allow that to be your point of creation, then you can allow yourself to realize that everything you would desire to create, everything that you would want to create, you can starting right now. And then every subsequent now is another point of creation. And then as you realize that, also realize that in the now of the one, the completion of whatever it is you want to create, the fullness, its full existence, manifestation, is already so. It already exists in the now. And so, in a sense of linear time, you will be moving towards it. It will be moving towards you. And yet, if you think of it in the terms of the now, it already exists. You have already created it. It exists in potential. As soon as you put your point of focus on it, it is. And it is moving towards you, and you are moving towards it. Now, what gets in the way of that is then when we start thinking and judging that, oh, well, it's not in my experience right now. I don't have it yet. And that's one of the traps, one of the rabbit holes of linear time that we go down, fall into. And then in that moment of now, when we're perceiving that whatever it is we want, we don't have yet, then that becomes a creation up in that point of now. And so then there's a kind of a block, right? Where what we want has an obstacle as such to move through. The obstacle being our perception, our point of creation that says, oh, we don't have it yet. Therefore, there's this obstacle that what we want has to somehow move through before it becomes present in our now. And so this is tricky, or it can be, but the concept is very simple. And once we are able to allow ourselves and have our focus on the truth that whatever it is we want is already so, is already present, manifested, exists in the now, then we hold that energy in us, and whatever it is begins to coalesce. And truly, if we are able or were able to have the absolute certainty of perception and experience of having whatever it is in our experience right now, then it can and will be in our experience now. The only thing that gives us a perception of linear time unfolding before whatever it is we want arrives in our present moment of now. The only thing that creates that perception of linear time having to unfold is some degree of uncertainty that whatever it is we want is already in our experience, is already fully manifested and present. And as soon as that doubt, however much of it there is erased, that's when we have whatever it is we want. So when you have something that you have desired and taken some steps to create, and when you have that in your experience, when it manifests for you and you fully have it, physically, mentally, whatever it is that you want to manifest, that's because at that point where it manifested for you, you were absolutely certain that you have it. And there it is. And so in the reality of the now, the fullness of the now, we could say it is possible to have instantaneous manifestation. And what is required for that is the cultivation of the ability to have absolute certainty that whatever it is we want to manifest is present, that we have it already. And then it can literally be there. And there is also a need to be unattached to whether it's there, because that will put up other obstacles. If we have an attachment to it, then there is some concern, some worry, some fear, some perception that it may not arrive, that we may not have it. And we're concerned about that. So there's some attachment. We're holding on to it rather than just having a certainty that it is here and we just know it. And we don't really have any need necessarily for it to be here. It's just something that we know is present. And it's wonderful. We can be grateful for it. Yet if it leaves, we're not concerned about it because we know that we can manifest it right away again. Therefore, if it does happen to somehow leave us, we can re-manifest it and receive it again. So there's no attachment to it being there because there's this no sense of loss, because we know that truly nothing can ever really be lost in an infinite universe, and everything already exists now. So just something to contemplate and sit with and feel into your heart, because your heart already knows the truth of your ability, your point of power, your self, and all that is now. See you next time. Love you.